Astrology for the 21st Century, Third Part. It is worth noting that to understand these articles you need an open mind, and handle certain information that, although it is not everyday conversation, with the internet, anyone has access. Let's think that many times we reject certain ideas or themes, just for the fact that they conflict with our beliefs, which may or may not be valid. The open-minded person is willing to change their beliefs as long as new information invalidates what they previously had. It is not more than that. This is the basis of the evolution of the human being. You don't evolve by clinging to fixed ideas written in stone, but to flow with new information. In November 2019, we published an article called Universe, Solar System, and Astrology, in which we referred to the information obtained by the probes Voyager 1 and 2. In the article, we talked about the composition of the solar system and the similarities with a human cell. With the information obtained by the probes, it was determined that something delimits our solar system. Something similar to a layer or substance, that differentiates what is inside and outside of it. We look at the sky and see a continuum as if there were nothing between the celestial bodies, but as shown by NASA's information, there are things that we do not see but devices can measure. We could make the analogy of when we are diving, inside the water, everything is a continuum and only when one comes to the surface, one does see the difference of environments between air and water. There is something limiting or composed of different substances between the two sides. Something similar was detected by the probes. In a new study observed the similarity that exists between the neural networks of our brain and the cosmic network between galaxies. This study was carried out between the departments of physics and astronomy of the University of Bologna, Italy, the Institute of Neurosurgery of the Department of Neuroscience and Biomedicine of the University of Verona, Italy, with the collaboration of astrophysicists of the University of Hamburg, Germany, and the Institute of Radio Astronomy of Bologna, Italy. With this new information we can say that something thought to be symbolic, maybe it was not. We talk about an axiom that comes from ancient Egypt attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, that says as above is below, as below is above, later incorporated by the Catholic religion into the Our Father, and thus in the earth, as in heaven. The micro and the macro, both behave under the same principle. We are discovering how the universe works, but we still do not fully know how the human body works. If you don't share this opinion, please ask yourself, if we know everything about the human body, why is there no cure for cancer, AIDS, diabetes, hypertension and other diseases that afflict us? Only palliatives exist, but no cure. There is no cure, simply because we still do not know everything about the functioning and composition of our body, other than that sometimes we act as if we do. What led us to start our blog was the strong evidence that astrology is a method of measuring energies and not something esoteric. Even if this is what people was led to believe. By the new findings been made public by the scientific community, we are getting closer to a point of disclosure on what astrology is. We try to ignore the inexplicable, what we don't understand, or what clashes with our beliefs, but that doesn't stop things from happening. We rely on words like fatality, misfortune, luck, and we define these as truths that, ultimately, are nothing more than energies that we can define as positive or negative from our point of view, and that astrology can predict and measure. Each element within astrology is well defined, it has its own characteristics, is predictable and measurable. For example, a square, 90 degrees, generates restrictive energy, a trine, 120 degrees, generates expansive energy. Saturn is restriction, responsibility, while Jupiter is expansion and abundance. Saturn never is going to be expansion and Jupiter never is going to mean restriction. While what is expressed is an oversimplification of things, it is done for better understanding the essence of astrology. Parameters already defined and within a value system, are the basis of a measurement system. William Lilly, a famous English astrologer, had already developed a value system in the 1600s based on planets, aspects and houses. Lilly created the measurement system in those days without all of the available information we have today. One has to wonder the reason why the scientific model was left aside, and replaced by the esoteric one. We as conscious beings, cannot extract ourselves nor differentiate ourselves from the functioning of the universe. We are a fractal as part of the universal hologram, in the same way that a cell goes through the same principles and cycles of the human body. As above is below, as below is above. Thank you for your visit. You can subscribe to the channel or to our blog at www.thenewroads.com.